Hello. Have you ever felt insecure? Well, I have before. And we're going to be having a heart to heart conversation about insecurity and how we can actually heal from that and be better from it. Different ways of how you could feel insecure is I am not smart enough. I am not pretty enough. I am not good enough. The root of insecurity can stem from being bullied as a younger child. You have kids, unfortunately, that bullies you for your look, for the way that you come at the school, with your hairstyle, with the way that you're dressing. And now they are creating these insecurities in you due to sometimes it's jealousy and sometimes it's envy. But this is where now it's creating a seed, and this seed is growing. And within you growing, now you're believing these lies that you don't know how to dress, that you're not beautiful, that you're not smart. Another way where insecurity can come and being rooted from is family criticism. Let's say you had a mother or a father or a grandma, whoever, a member of your family that's constantly talking about how you are, the personality traits that you have, or comparing you to your siblings, saying your siblings do this better, or they have these qualities that you don't have. These can be other forms of how insecurities is being going to be planted and rooted in you. Aside from the childhood experiences of being bullied, being criticized by your family, and just having not such good interactions, we're going to get to where the main insecurity will stem from nowadays due to the technology that we have. It is social media. Social media is a virtual world in which people only show the best of themselves. You will not see people share their flaws with you. They will try to make sure that they look the best in front of a camera, or whatever it is that they are posting. They want to make sure that this facet is what you believe it is. But it's a virtual world. So everything that is being posted is being filtered, is being reviewed, is being well thought of before being uploaded. That's just like how sometimes, let's say, I feel like my skin is not the best, and I'm like, okay, you know what? I don't want to record when my skin doesn't feel the best. And so that's me filtering and reviewing and not wanting to post something because now I'm going to be wondering, is somebody paying attention to my skin? That's so stupid. That is so stupid, because at the end of the day, I'm doing the content because I love it, and I create because I am a creative person. But this is to show you how social media has an influence on you. Nowadays, social media has a way of portraying and sharing the beauty standards. It's always a new trend coming when it comes to beauty, through TikTok, through Instagram, through YouTube. All you see is like these ads about makeup, about skincare, about anti-aging stuff. I remember growing up and seeing ads online of flawless, beautiful models and how they have to be skinny, beautiful skin. Man, it's just crazy. The beauty standard from back then and from now has extremely changed, but not even in a good way. It has gotten worse over time. Now they are promoting lip filler, Botox, all these different procedures to make you look youthful, when in reality, a lot of people that get into fillers and all these different procedures, they end up looking much more older than if you didn't go and inject certain things in your skin because you want to be youthful. You're growing, transitioning from being a young person and maturing to a grown person should be something that we embrace, because not everyone gets to grow and gets to mature. So many people don't make it to their 40s. So many people don't make it to their 50s, 60s, 70s. That's like, why would you care about what other people think of you when you are God? God created you at his image. You are perfect in the eyes of God. And the person that truly loves you and that's going to spend the rest of their life with you, they're going to overlook that, because guess what? Beauty is ephemeral. Beauty is temporary. Beauty doesn't last forever. After 10 years, and if you are fortunate to age very well, God, praise God, right? But if you're not aging so well, but you have a family, you have children, why do you care? Why do we care about stepping out and looking good and making sure we look presentable, when in reality, God doesn't want that? He doesn't want us to just be paying so much attention to, oh my God, I got people right here. I can't go there. I can't post. I can't. No. God wants you to be you. God knows that you are perfect and he loves you. And if you love yourself, you have to love yourself in order for you to love others, because you'll never be able to get to a point of loving others if you don't even understand your own self, if you are insecure with yourself, because now you end up projecting your insecurities and the things that you feel on people. And another thing also, that social media makes people compare themselves, and now you're looking at yourself and you're like, oh my gosh, like comparing yourself. Know that it's so much editing. Like, some of these stuff is heavily edited and photoshopped. When I tell you, I am in the modeling industry and I have met people in person. When I look at their pictures, I'm like, wow. I see them in person, it's absolutely nothing compared to what I see on the social media, because it is retouched, it is sugar coated, it has to look like you enter like a candy shop, it has to be polished. So this is what's happening now with social media. Everyone wants to look polished. It's not about being polished. You need to care about quality instead of just quantity. Yeah, because the thing is, people want to post stuff chasing clout, chasing money, chasing fame, all of this ephemery. You get viral, you know that going viral is nothing. Going viral is, you have a moment for maybe 2 days, 3 days, people are they're like consuming your products so heavily, but then 2 months later, nobody remembers you. And if you are fortunate, there might be somebody that remembers this one video that really stayed in their mind, if that's really a productive video. But so many people can go viral. Anybody can go viral on social media at the end of the day. So you have to remember that it's not about other people. It's about, what do you want to do? It's about, who do you want to be? Now tell me, how many of you felt like you were in a competition that you didn't even sign up for? Tell me, because this is what scrolling and going through social media is going to do to your mind. It's going to make you perceive yourself as less than, and now you're wondering, why is this person's life perfect? Why is my life not perfect? Why are they having this? Why are they doing this? Little do you know, some of these people are going in debt just to post a little Chanel bag. Some of these people are posting archived, recycled pictures of a moment of a lifetime, that they had a great moment, joyful moment from 10 years ago. Little do you even know about that, because guess what? I do that. Sometimes I post things from a long time ago, but I do that because I just don't want people to really know what I got going on. I don't care that anybody knows what's happening in my life, because I'm not doing the social media for the people. I'm doing it for me, because that's my passion since a very young child. And I think I'm going to put it into this video, how I was like doing a video where I was returning to Belgium and I was in the US, and I was just explaining how I'll forever do videos. Like, well, all of this to say, insecurity, that shouldn't even be something that's a part of you. Because yes, human nature might observe, analyze things, but feeling extremely insecure about things that God doesn't want us to care about or even just pay attention to, it's like, it's a waste of time. You over here analyzing how you got a pimple on your face. You over here analyzing how somebody just, you see that they went to Punta Cana, when in reality, you don't know this real person's life. This person's probably was a family vacation and they posted that, but they making it look like somebody paid all of it. They went to a resort. All these, man, social media is just not it. It's not it. And if you just go out there to look into people's life, you're going to be deceived. You're going to be deceived, because social media is the ground on which the devil use and play with people, because he knows through social media he can kill, he can destroy, and he can steal. Yeah, that is true. You know how many people, young beautiful women, kill themselves And that's just the reality of it. Is just because they feel like they're not good enough, they're not beautiful enough, because social media made them believe that, oh, they should look more voluptuous or more skinny or well, XYZ, man. It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. And I'm going to be speaking about my personal experience, and it is that because I am a model, I had to be extremely aware of how I look, to the point where I'm going to give a personal anecdote. But with my fiance, I just wanted to go run errands, and I got all ready and stuff like that, doing my makeup and stuff like that. And eventually he was like, why are you wearing makeup and doing all of this just to step out? I was like, well, I would like to look presentable. And he was trying to understand, why do I feel the need to get all together to go and step out just to look good and go and do with the things that I need to do. And he reminded me, he was like, Naomi, I'm your man. Like, he was like, you could look presentable if that's how you feel you want to do so. But if you're getting ready just because you don't want to go outside, and you don't want people to pay attention to how you're dressed or how you did your makeup or how your face is looking, like, that's not okay. And that really made me realize that, dang, my work, which is modeling, led me to be extra aware of the way that I dress, of the way I step out, of the way, like, my mind. And it's crazy because I do remember one time a friend of mine, she was like, Naomi, you're always like pampering yourself. You're always making sure you look good. And that's so true, because another thing too was, I did explain that, was that my mother used to be like, appearance is so important, and you have to make sure that you look presentable anywhere you go. Like, it's very much a thing that's instilled in me, and I have to unlearn that. And now let me tell you, insecurity is something that you have to unlearn. There are things that are not for you to have in your life. There are things that it was there for a certain amount of time, but now it is time for you to be your own person and unlearn these patterns that are not healthy for you, from when you were younger, from whoever taught it to you or you taught it yourself. There are things, it's not everything that we learn, it's not everything that we see on social media that is good for us. So make sure you take the time to reflect on these things that you need to change. Make sure you take the time to understand the person that you are, and maybe you're going to eventually come to the realization that you're not the person that you think you are. You are everything that your family wants you to be. You are everything that everybody else wants you to be. But you're not being you. You're not being authentic. You're just living a facade for other people. And that's what social media is about. And that's why you feel insecure, because everyone is in competition, trying to make it Polish. Woo, woo, woo. That's why I don't care at this point. I'm just like, I genuinely had the resolution of, if I want to do a video where I don't have no makeup, I have my hair down, I've done it a few times, but if I'm like, I just don't want no makeup, no nothing, I'm going to do it. And I don't care, because nobody's going to stop me. And if you're not happy with the way I look, I don't care, because God created me. And you can get off this channel, you can block me, you can scroll, you could do whatever it is, but that's none of my business. That's on you at the end of the day. So that's where you have to stand firm and have boundaries with yourself, and know that the life that your friends have, the life of certain people, they have got to the point of being fully secure, and they want to show their life and they want to share. And some people are like that. I used to be like that, where I just wanted to share and show everything, because I just have a community on the social media, and so I really just wanted to do that. But it's like, some people really got to this point, and they really want to do that, and they feel safe doing so. But don't take it personally when someone has actually worked hard for the things that they have. And I'm just speaking because I do know I've gotten so many times like messages like, hey Naomi, like, you really are an example and a role model for me. And every time I get that, it's like, I'm thankful, but at the same time, I'm just like, you should be you. And every time I remind these younger girls, I'm like, hey, like, You just got to work hard and figure out who you are. And I'm still figuring out who I am. I'm not perfect. I'm learning. I'm 22 years old. I have so much life ahead of me. There are so many aspects and areas of my life where I have to mature. But that's where you have to take these insecurities and sit down and recognize that some of these insecurities are just lies. There are things that you were taught or that you learned that were lies. And now you're living a lie. You're living in a lie, believing that you're not good enough for this. You're believing a lie that you're not good enough for this job interview. You're living a lie, believing that you're not good enough to be with this friend circle that you have, because you looking at and you overanalyze the things that they got going on for themselves. You might be more blessed than you might even see. You are probably living somebody's wildest dreams. You're probably here blessed to have eyes to see, a mouth to speak, ears to hear, and walk and have health. Do you know how many people wake up and they not able to walk? They not able to do any of the things that you might be able to do, and you're maybe sitting here and taking things for granted. And by the way, I'm not judging you, and this is very much me encouraging you to realize that the devil is a liar. He's called the Prince of Air for a reason. He don't know what's in your mind, but he knows your weakness. He knows. And guess what? He'll play with you. He'll play with you all up until he depleted you. And once he depleted you, he's going to go into his next target. Once you're emptied of life and now you're so insecure enough that you want to take your life away, he's going to be like, all right, mission accomplished, on to the next. Make sure you protect your mind. Make sure you take break off social media. I just did with my fiance a moment where we was just not on social media. We didn't know what was happening, no news, no nothing. And guess what? It feels so good to the point where now I feel like I'm less on social media the way I actually used to be. And there's a thing where I would be a lot of on social media because I post a lot and all these different things. But then I recognized, man, like anybody that's going to appreciate for who I am is going to go and consume the product when it's out. They're going to come and watch this video if they really want to. If they don't want to, that's not my business. At least there might be one person, even if it's one person in this world that may benefit from me speaking to them about insecurity today, I'll do it. Have you ever noticed how you could get 50 compliments, but then you get one negative comment, and that's going to be the one that sticks with you? That's an inner battle. And that's why I'm saying to you, sit down, and every single time somebody tries to say something negative about you, remember all of these 100 things, all of these 50 things that you may have been told all upon your life. Remember the promise of God when it regards you and who you are to his eyes. That you are perfect in his eyes, that he loves you in his eyes. You're perfectly created in his image. It doesn't mean you're perfect. It doesn't actually mean you're perfect. It means that he created you exactly the way that he needed to create you. Even if you might take for granted certain aspects, certain areas of your life. I took for granted the fact that I had a good heart. I took for granted the fact that I felt things a lot. When you're over here getting 50 compliments, but the one negative comment stays stuck with you, that stems from societal pressure. Because society is pressuring us to be, it's just incredible. I went to Sephora recently and I was going and getting some skincare product. Go to Sephora and I see these young girls. They're like maybe 10 years old. I can't not make this up. They going and buying products for women that are maybe in their 50s. We're talking about retinol. We're talking about niacinamide. We're talking about all these things that are actually anti-aging ingredients and that are harsh for the skin. These young girlies were buying it. And I was baffled. And you know what was the first thing? I was like, that must be because of TikTok. It must be because of TikTok, because TikTok will share so many things, from real news to fake news, from products to clothes, and now you can even shop stuff from TikTok. That's to show you the impact that it's starting to have. But yeah, and I was just like, dang, that's sad. That's sad, and the new generation is never going to get to experience how free we used to be, how free and how we could dress the way that we wanted. No brands, no extra stuff. We could just be ourselves, and we was appreciated, we was loved this way. But now, man, people will also step into your life for the wrong intentions. And that's why I was saying earlier, you have to protect yourself. You have to recognize who you are and your worth. Just remember that insecurity can lead you to stop chasing your dreams, chasing friendships, relationships. And when we let insecurity control us, we're actually missing out on the beauty of who we are. We don't get to appreciate who we are. We don't get to see who we actually are. And that's why I just encourage you to let go of insecurity and know that what you bring to the table, somebody else doesn't bring it. And you're different. You're different. No, there's no replica of me. There's no two Naomi. I know what I bring to the table. I know the heart I have. I know the knowledges I have. I know how I am. So with that being said, I can't be worried. I can't stress. Some people, you see them, you see like, wow, so well polished and stuff. But you gotta remember, it looks polished on the inside, on the outside, but on the inside it's rot. It's rotten. But because you're being attracted to an outside, right? And you're just like, wow, no, ain't nothing about this person actually that might be good. But because the outside makes it look so well put and so perfect, that now you're just going to go for it. And that's how people get deceived. And know that when it comes to insecurity, healing is possible. You just have to be patient with yourself. You have to be kind with yourself. You have to be in love also with yourself, having love for yourself. And know that every step matters. Every single step is not going to happen overnight, but it matters. And remember, you weren't created or born to fit into a mold, but to be you. And that's just enough. That's enough for you to be in this world. What is one thing that you love about yourself? Let's make it a chain of positivity here. If you want to share something that you love about yourself, you can go ahead and share it on comments. However, I truly hope that this video has helped you, and I hope that you get to have time with yourself and love yourself and just be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others and be kind to you. That's it. I thank you so much for watching this video all up until the end. I truly appreciate every single one of you, and I hope you are having a great holiday, and I'm wishing you a great day or a great night. Mwah.